Imagine that you were hired by a few high-profile people to serve on duty at a border near a gorge. You spent an entire hunting season alone, without any briefing about the enemy. Until now, you had no idea what was in that gorge. You must have thought no human could reach there, but you had no clue about the bizarre devil lurking inside. And when you finally discovered the secret that could shake the world, things became even more difficult for you. Today, we are going to talk about the movie called The Gorge, which has come in the latest year 2025. And without wasting any time, let's come directly to the main storyline of this story, in the beginning of which we can see a sharpshooter girl named Drasa who sat in a cave and waited for 10 days for a sharpshoot a perfect shot, and as soon as her prey came in front of her eyes, she killed her target with a single bullet and then kept her shell in her pocket, after which the scene shifts. The second lead character of the story, Levi, who himself was an ex-army soldier, is called for a special mission in a special facility. Here, Bartho, a high-profile officer, starts checking his report and asks that his record is quite impressive: 131 confirmed kills, in fact, 82 probable kills. So according to the report, he has done about 200 kills. But when Levi is asked, he tells that this number is greater than the actual number, which means he has killed more than that. Seeing his ability through sniping, Bartho approves him for the special mission, after which we see Drasa, who has reached Russia to meet her father, who was the caretaker of the graveyard. Now here, Drasa, a killer by profession, used to kill people in exchange for some money or some contract. She used to feel sad every day for killing, so she used to bring the bullets left by the killer and give them to her father, so that her sorrow could be reduced a little. But now her father had also become very upset with all these bullets, and by her profession, and he says that you come every year and give me some bullets. But this will not happen next year. I will sacrifice myself on the 14th February. Now, whether you are here in Russia or in any other country, look up in the sky and say goodbye to me. After which the scene directly shifts to a helicopter where Levi is brought to the border between the US and Russia, and he is told that now you have to do duty here for 1 year. As soon as he will reach here, he will get a senior who will give him all the details of his work. He has to follow each and everything of his phone, watch, wallet. All these things will be taken for a year. As soon as his time duration is over, he can take all these things from them and earn a huge amount. Now here, Levi is left somewhere in the middle of the sea. From here, he travels about 24 kilometers on foot. He covers this entire journey in almost 2 to 3 days, and then he meets a soldier named Jack. Jack was very happy to see him and hugs him and says that in the last 1 year, you are probably the first person with whom I'm able to talk face to face. And if you have been selected for this job, it means that you are definitely commendable. You must have some quality in you. Now, I will tell you some rules here. So basically, what kind of border is this of the US? Which means that across the next valley, the border of Russia touches directly. There are 2 towers here, the East Tower and the West Tower. East means we are there, and West means Russians are there. There is a valley between these 2 towers where fog is spread, and this is called the Gorge. Your job is to load bullets in the machine guns from time to time. If any tracking device gets damaged, then fix it, and if you hear any sound from the ground, then... So he started running like a dog, surprised by which Levi asked him why he was asking him to run so fast, to which Jack replied that my senior told me the same thing, so I am also telling you the same thing. Then Levi asked why all this security is there, to which Jack replied that, look, I am throwing a bomb down. On throwing that bomb, some strange crackling sounds come. It seemed as if there are many creatures in that valley who want to come up, but the work of these East and West Towers is to stop the devils coming from those valleys in the middle of the way. And now Jack taught him all his details, complete information, everything. After completing his job, i.e. 1 year, he was ready to go back to his home. Now the helicopter that had come to pick him up asks him his name, address, designation, and his work experience. As soon as Jack confirms all the details, then one of the shooters shoots Jack and makes him fall in the same ditch. Means there is no way to get out of here, after which the scene shifts to the next day, and from here we can see Levi's life. First of all, he goes and checks some reports, fills the machines which have run out of bullets, and these people have permission to talk to their headquarters once a month, so he forwards all the details to the headquarters and sits down and starts thinking whether he has to stay here alone for 1 year, no conversation with anyone, no games, no TV, no entertainment. Then he sees something written behind the bookshelf, and as soon as he removes that shelf, some small quotes of all the soldiers who worked there earlier were written on those walls, meaning that every army soldier who has spent 1 year here used to give his last salute by writing some special thing of his life on a small piece of brick. One day, while working, he hears the sound of some machine running from the West Tower. When he checks with his binoculars, he sees a girl in front of him, so basically it was Drasa who was given work in the West Tower. Due to her good shooting skills, time starts passing slowly. Both of them think about whether they should talk to each other. In this process, September and October pass. Now one day, Drasa is sitting here to celebrate her birthday. She draws Levi attention by shooting a bullet and asks him what his name is. Levi says that telling the name is not allowed. Drasa says that today is my birthday and I will do whatever I want. She starts dancing here, and while dancing, she asks Levi what his favorite move is. Levi says that he does not know how to dance. Drasa asks, "Then what do you know to do?" Levi says that he can shoot a little bit. Now, here, Drasa puts a small bottle in front of him to check his shooting skills. He was a sharp shooter, and he broke the bottle in a single shot. Now, how was Drasa gonna stay behind here? So she also shows her skills and shoots at one of his bottles. While doing this, the friendship between these two grows, but then Drasa sees some different creatures coming to the East Tower, and she starts shooting directly at them. Seeing all this, Levi also gets dizzy, and he activates his machine gun and starts killing all of them. However, during this fierce battle, there was a moment where a creature had reached the topmost tower of Drasa, but with the help of Levi's sharp shooting, this creature was killed there. After the night ends, Drasa tells that this was my best birthday ever. There could never have been a better birthday than this. After which the scene shifts to the next day, and here the job of both these tower holders was to replace whatever things like bullets have finished or tracking mines which have been used once, fill the bullets, repair different things, and there was also a gadget in his hand with the help of which one can go up and down directly with the help of a rope, and this is very special. Now here the days start passing. Drasa also starts distracting herself by playing her piano and music. On the other hand, Levi also starts doing different things. Then slowly December comes, and these people make snowballs and make effigies of each other. That is, Levi was sitting next to Drasa, and Drasa was sitting next to Levi. Both of them enjoy a lot. They used to watch each other dancing from a distance by playing songs through binoculars. They used to play chess together. They used to enjoy music by playing drums. And one day when Drasa gets very sad because it was the day of February 14th, she writes and tells that it has been a hard day. She wrote to Levi that I wish someone could be here with me. That is, I am going through a difficult day. It would have been good if someone was near. So basically today her father had committed suicide. So here Levi thinks that now whatever happens, he will definitely go to the other side to meet Rasa. So the next day he starts preparing, takes out a bazooka, spreads wires around, and shoots a powerful shot directly on the West Tower, due to which a long wire is laid between these two towers. And before coming, he also sends a message to Drasa that how will it be if we have dinner together today? Here Drasa also becomes very happy, and now it is the turn to go directly from the East Tower to the West Tower through that wire, although the gravitational force pulls him as much as it can, but he has to cover half of the way on his human strength only. So when he comes for the second time, first of all, Drasa welcomes him and also says that you are stinking like a dog. That means overall he has covered a distance of 1 or 2 hours hanging. The sweat had made his condition very bad. So first of all, he goes and starts taking a bath. Now here a little bit of fun. She hides his clothes far away and starts checking him with the camera. Well, the scene shifts to the night where they sit and have dinner comfortably. They have their old conversations. Drasa tells her family history that her father has committed suicide. There, Levi also tells his whole story that his grandfather served the army. It means that all of them have lived the life of a soldier. It was late in the night. These people also dance, and after dancing, they fall in love with each other somewhere. Both of them become intimate, after which the scene shifts to the next day, and today it was Levi's turn to go back to his East Tower. But by mistake, the wire that he had placed on his side of the tracking mine touches the mine, and there is a huge explosion. The wire gets cut and Levi falls straight into the gorge. Now here Drasa, a soldier by profession, did not want her best buddy to get lost, so she keeps some guns and some different weapons and jumps straight into the gorge. Now, as I told you, a rope is used to jump into the gorge. The device that was to pull up accidentally falls from the Drasa into the water, due to which they could not climb up through the machine. Well, there was a lot of water here, there were different rocks, and a yellow-colored fog was spread everywhere. Now, this yellow-colored fog is important because its colors will change as they move forward, depending on the situation. The darker the fog, the more the danger. So here, Levi, who had fallen and got stuck in a tree, some creatures came to him to eat him. In fact, when he takes out his gun and shoots them and falls down on the trunk of the tree, it seems as if a muscle of the human has torn and blood and bones are coming out of it. Well, he could not understand anything else here, but then some bones of the tree do not seem to hold him inside them. Meanwhile, Drasa reaches the crime scene, who saves Levi's life with the help of some of his shots. Now, before these two could think of anything else, some horse-riding creatures come and attack them with swords. They start attacking, and a very good fight happens. Now, these two were also soldiers and were no less than anyone else. So while fighting with them, they decided to move ahead from here, because they had to reach the top as well. Now, when they reached ahead in the gorge, the yellow-colored fog had changed to violet or purple color. That means the danger has increased even more. On going ahead, they see a colony built by Oppenheimer. So basically, this was the colony of that time when Oppenheimer was making a big bomb. It was an atom bomb, so that if there is a fight between the countries and anyone else in the world, then they can simply explode the bomb and kill each other. So this was the same place where the entire colony was built. There were a lot of soldiers as well. Now, these people were able to understand more about how all this happened here. How did the settled colony get ruined so suddenly that some creatures appeared here? They keep chasing them, so they hide in a church to hide their heads. But the church was no less full of troubles. Here's some spiders with human skulls attack edge both of them. These people somehow save their lives, and from there reach a secret facility directly. In a way, there was an old lab which was built in 1946. After doing more research in this lab, they find an old cassette. When they play this cassette, here a doctor starts telling that we are experimenting on human DNA, but that DNA got corrupted, and now this experiment has made all the plants, insects, humans, and other creatures of this place. One, that is, trees, roots, stems, etc., can come out of humans, while blood and muscles have started forming inside the trees, and the creatures, that is, insects, even small ones, have a mixture of these two DNAs. But in the meantime, Levi's eyes fall on some updated PCs, that is, personal computers, which were much ahead of the timeline era of 1946, in which a dark mail company was mentioned. Now, this company was working on some classified things which were completely confidential, such as how to evolve the DNA of humans further, how to turn soldiers into super soldiers. Along with these files, Levi also sees a missile present there, which if explodes on activation, will destroy everything in a zone of 4.2 kilometers, and this is it. The reason was that all the soldiers working there had said that if you hear a siren from underground, then run so fast, that means run like hell. Now Levi had understood all these things, and he had also understood that the Lady Bartho is keeping all these secrets hidden from the whole world by assigning two soldiers to hide them. That is, neither the US government nor the Russian government nor even their president knows that some illegal work is going on in a secret facility here. Now Bartho used to get all the work done here through some drones because humans can cheat anytime. But there was another problem, that if the bullets in the machine gun run out, then the drones will not come and fill it. That is why it was also necessary to have people here in the east and west towers. Now both of them had come to know the truth here, but at this time it was very important for them to get out of here. So while these people were moving forward, some creatures appeared there, but they put a bag full of their weapons in front of them. Drasa thinks that this must be their trick, but at this time they needed their bullets very much. If there were no bullets, these people would die. So as Drasa moves forward to pick up that bag, a goon rider takes Drasa with him and brings her to a red zone, which means that the red zone is even more dangerous than the yellow and purple ones. He takes her to his base and imprisons her and starts checking her DNA. Now basically this creature name is B. Shaw, who was the first soldier to work here in 1946, who was given a position on E Tower. Now how can he change? So the reason for this could be that when the blackmail company shot Shaw and threw him down, he must have been affected by the fog of the gorge, and due to this reason he must have become a part of this place. Well, now there is one more thing, that these poisonous gases that are spread here in the gorge, if a human has a chance to live in this place, then he must have been affected by the fog of the gorge. If the effect of the gas is through, then in 5 days he will become exactly like them. Now what happens here is that there is a fierce fight between Drasa and Bisho Bhai Sahab. There was a moment when something sharp was hitting his hand. These creatures have multiple DNA inside them, which means they can take oxygen like humans and can also take carbon dioxide like plants. So killing them was almost next to impossible. Then Levi arrives here to help him. He directly bursts his eyes with a gun and burns his entire blisters. And now it is the turn of these people to get out of here. But the way was not that easy, because there was a web spread on the way in which humans were completely connected with the plants. Normally our plants take carbon dioxide to live. So here when humans were connected inside them, then the humans were taking oxygen while lying there so that they can keep this plant alive. And literally, this scene was very scary. We have shot some such scenes. These people somehow try to go up by hiding through that middle path. Then Dross's foot falls on a slippery vine. Then these people get activated. Now all the breathing human plantations start attacking them. Then Levi burns them, and in no time this whole plant burns to ashes. After which these people reach the purple zone while walking through that red zone, and after coming to the purple zone, they also get a car. Now through this car, they have reached directly to the yellow zone. They are going at full speed, that if anyone comes in front, they will burst him straight away, and now they also see the rope to climb up. But as I told you, that one of the gadgets to climb up, that Drasa had fallen in that water itself, so they tie their car to the motor of that rope and go up with the car. But these creatures of the gorge were not going to leave them, and then here again, a great fight starts. What Levi breaks the tank of the car, the oil coming out soaks all these creatures, and then by setting fire there, both of them somehow save their lives. And after coming up, the first thing they decide is that now they will not protect this place anymore. They will go far away from here and start a new life, on which Drasa told that I have a secret place in France where we can spend our life comfortably after getting married. Now, although both of them were at this time, it was necessary to have a soldier on the west tower and one on the east tower. Who knows if the creature comes again? Then Levi thinks that he is going there. He will fit a time limit bomb there, and then both of them will run very fast from here after that bomb explodes. And then he also activate that missile. He will do it, which will destroy the whole gorge. But these talks reach Bartho, and she also asks that our computers have been activated below. Did you do it? On which Levi denies. Then Bartho says that if you did not do it, then obviously the work of the West Tower will be done. So do one thing, neutralize that counterpart, that is, you go and kill the imposter below. Now Levi says yes here, but Bartho had got the photo of both of them, and she had understood that now these two will definitely run away from here and will go and tell the truth to the whole world. So both of them will have to be dealt with the next day itself. Now on one hand, next morning Levi is preparing the bomb by tying wires. On the other hand, Bartho directly reaches the East Tower and starts searching for Levi. But Levi, who knew this fact that even if he stays here, he will die, and even if he gives full service, that is, he finishes the time duration of 1 year, then also he will die. Like B. Shaw, they will meet directly in the gorge below, so both of them try to run away from their reach. However, in the meantime, they are attacked by drone helicopters, many shotguns, and different machine guns, but Levi blasts those valleys with the help of the wire laid by him, and then takes the longest shot of his life. 3.8 kilometers means 3,800 meters, and shoots directly at the tower, which was connected to the missile below. Now it is obvious that if the missile explodes, it will burn and destroy the radius of up to 4.2 kilometers. So anyway, now Drassa had gone far away from there, but Levi gets caught in the grip of the gorge and dies by falling into the water. Drassa feels that she has lost a very good friend of her, but as these people had come out of the gorge till now, both of them had made this treaty, an agreement that they will not go among the human civilization for 5 days, because if the affected people reach humans, they will also get completely affected. The world will end, so Drassa decides to stay in a cave for 5 days, after which the story shifts a few months ahead from here. Levi had written a poem for her. One day Drassa was sitting and reading it, and then she also got a job as a waitress in a hotel, but then we see that Levi reaches the hotel in France and asks if there will be rabbit pie in the food, because that day they had eaten rabbit pie while sitting in dinner on the 14th of February. As soon as Drassa sees Levi in front of her, she hugs him, and the love story of these two, including this movie, ends here. I hope you guys like this movie summary video and explanation, and if you liked it, then please do like, comment, and share this video as much as possible. See you soon in next exciting and horror movie summary.